How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan, born to battle. Start on just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the star shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. And here we are, Cowboys Nation, after putting belt to ass to the Washington Commanders, after destroying the Washington Commanders, after putting a foot right in their ass. The Dallas Cowboys get to celebrate a victory 44-24. When you step into AT&T Stadium, guess what? You're gonna get a 40 burger put on you. But anyway, Cowboys Nation, this is my initial reaction to the victory. I want to go live with you guys to discuss it, so y'all let me know about dropping a blue heart in the comment section if you want to go live tonight so we can discuss the victory over the Washington Commanders. But real quick, I just want to go over a little bit of numbers, a little bit of stats for our Dallas Cowboys. So we're going to head over to the split screen and we're going to get that done, Cowboys Nation. As you can see, your man is pretty giddy about the victory. I am excited because right now we are second in the NFC East, which means we control our destiny, Cowboys Nation. If we can continue to get this type of aggression out of our Dallas Cowboys, the sky's the limit this year. So let's go ahead and go over to the split screen so we can go over these stats that I want to talk about. All right, Cowboys Nation, here we are over on the split screen looking at the stats for our Dallas Cowboys in today's matchup against the Washington Commanders. Cowboys Nation, I believe our Dallas Cowboys look great today. It looks so complimentary. This is what we want from our Dallas Cowboys team. But we're going to start with Dak Prescott real quick. 21 for 30, 264 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Way to keep the ball secure. I know there's a lot of people that want to complain about your ball placement, throwing it into coverage, but I got faith in you, Dak Prescott. Great job today. Great job in leading those men. Javonte Williams, 116 yards off of 19 carries, Cowboys Nation. 6.1 yards per attempt with 1 tub. He was able to see pay dirt 1 time today. Great game for Javonte Williams. Jadon Blue got 7 carries, got 29 yards, 4.1 yards a carry, no tubs, but he was able to show Cowboys Nation a little bit more than what he showed last week, the 3 attempts for 0 yards. He's positive on the board this week, Cowboys Nation. And Dak Prescott was able to get a couple yards or whatever, but going into the receiving, CeeDee Lamb, 5 receptions for 110 yards, 22 yards on the average with 1 touchdown. Welcome back, CeeDee Lamb. That's all I got to say. Welcome back. And George Pickens is not that far behind. 82 yards off of 4 receptions, 20.5 an attempt. He didn't get a tub, but he's been getting tubs all this season. So let's go ahead and factor him in whenever we play the Broncos next week. It's going to be even dangerous. But you also got Jake Ferguson, 29 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jake Ferguson was doing the damn thing today when it comes to the touchdowns. And Jalen Tolbert had 1 reception for 16 yards. That reception was pretty good, but we do have to have a discussion about Jalen Tolbert. I hate to say that, but it is what it is, Cowboys Nation. All right, let's go ahead and go down to the defensive side of the ball. All right, Kenneth Murray Jr., 6 tackles, 3 assisted. He got a sack on the day. Deron Bland with an interception, pick 6. This is what we want to see from Deron Bland, and it also leaves another conversation to be had with Cowboys Nation, and I don't want to get into it because there's a lot of content creators that are actually doing that, but the defense looked pretty good without Trayvon Diggs out on the field. But anyway, that's a different topic for a different time. We got Jaqueezi Bridges, 4 tackles. Marquise Bell, 4 tackles, 2 assisted. Man, they were doing the damn thing, getting so much pressure on Jaden Daniels, bringing Jaden Daniels to the ground, having him on the run. There was so much good that we saw in this damn game today, Cowboys Nation. So much stuff that you can be proud of. But I just want to see the amount of sacks that we had on the day. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks on the day, according to these stats right here. But whenever we go live, I'm going to be breaking it down from ESPN.com. But let's go ahead and head back over to the field so I can break it down and give y'all my raw and uncut on the game today. Cowboys Nation, like I said, this is my initial reaction, and my initial reaction, I love what I see out on that field when the Dallas Cowboys play at AT&T Stadium. Now all we need to do is have that transfer when we're on the road and put up at least 30 points. You know what I'm saying, Cowboys Nation? People say that we can't rely on our defense too much, but our defense, hey, they came to play today. They came to play. They got a lot of stops for our offense. They got a pick 6 with Deron Bland. Man, our defense looked actually back to form today. They allowed the Washington Commanders to score 22 points without their key players on the field. That's another conversation that we need to have, because if they were to have Scary Terry and Deebo Samuel out on the field, would the results have been different, Cowboys Nation? That's a topic that we actually got to talk about. But overall, Cowboys Nation, I love what I saw. I love how the defense complemented the offense while the offense complemented the defense with points. They actually rewarded their efforts with either 3 or 7 points, Cowboys Nation. And I'm going to talk about the stuff that I don't agree with Brian Schottenheimer's play calling whenever we go live. I'm going to talk about the negatives as well as the positives, but the negatives, we can actually go ahead and file those in the trash and take the positives from this game so we can go to Mile High Stadium next week and face the Broncos, who actually beat the New York Giants today. So the Washington Commanders and New York Giants are on the losing side, with the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles being on the winning side of the NFC East. But Cowboys Nation, how do you feel about the victory against the Washington Commanders? Every time we meet up with Dak Prescott under center, it's belt to ass. And I want to give Dak Prescott and that offense all the credit in the world. Kevontae Turpin coming back in, having a huge play. George Pickens having a huge play. CeeDee Lamb with a huge touchdown play. We looked amazing today. But y'all let me know if y'all want to go live, Cowboys Nation, because I'm down to do it. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. I just wanted to give y'all my reaction real quick on the game. Like I said, I want to leave everything else for the live, but how do you feel? How do you feel about the performance of our Dallas Cowboys today? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and you want to help the channel get to its goal of 20,000 subscribers, drop a like on this video, and please consider sharing it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. And if you also want to help the channel even more, if you're on your mobile device, go ahead and hit that hype button, hype up this video so we can get it out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans. But if you are DC for life and you love it when it's belt to ass to those Washington Commanders every time we meet, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdowns, or Madden 26 or College Football 26 gameplay. Cowboys Nation, I was actually whooping up the Washington Commanders on Madden 26. I whooped them up every time that we met. I didn't figure that the Madden score would actually come out and be the score of the real game, putting a 40 burger on the heads of the Washington Commanders. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Enjoy this victory week, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys Fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.